Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block. Flip my hair, move my head, show the world I'm royalty. When I walk by, they be taking bows, cause they know I'm a queen, yeah. Move it, move it, groove it, groove it. They wanna know just how I do it when I do it, do it. I got that magic touch, it's a rush, pulsing through my veins when I show up everybody.
Hola, mi gente. What's up, my peeps? Once again, I am so happy to be here. It's our girl, Linda Lynn, as if you didn't know. But if you didn't know and you're just joining us, welcome to Could Be You TV. And I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all my loyal viewers who watch me weekly and who always asking me when's the show going on, who's next, as your guest. This is why I do it. It's for you guys. So please, if you can share the video, okay? We are on Facebook Live. We are on YouTube Live. We're on Twitter, Twitch. We're on Roku. Listen, there is absolutely no excuse as to why you didn't watch the show. But you know what? I'll give you a little bit of a break now if you didn't know, and I'm letting you know. So share, because, sharing is caring. So guys, I'm so happy. Spring is finally here. Just a few things that I want to get out of the way. And first and foremost, every week, every day, something's going on with shootings. We have the shootings in schools. We have, it's becoming like a trend. Like, what is going on? And the latest now, I want to send my heartfelt condolences to the Louisville bank shooting. The 4 victims. It's crazy. People like this. It's something's got to stop. Like when does it stop? Like I feel like, honestly, like I'm like in a movie. Like, in a movie where there's like some kind of like a chemical reaction and people turn into zombies. They don't know what they're doing, and then it's just like, infected, and like everybody's just going crazy, like, and it needs to stop. But my condolences to the victims and the family and friends, and also, oh my God, hello, thank you. I'm not even going to get into it, because if you don't know, Angelina Polina, I could go on a whole list of all the names that I can call. Let's just call her a monster. I swear I'm going to call her. She's got 25 years to life in prison. I'm not even going to get into it, like I said, but she deserves it. She's the one who led, I want to say let, because she saw what was coming with the I don't have his name right here, but it's the poor child who the father and sadly enough, the father, who was a cop, let this happen to his son, let him starve and freeze to death in the garage, and she just watched. She recorded it. She knew what was going on. I don't even want to get into it. You know what? Because as a mom here, you can't even talk bad to more of my kids, and it's over. So thank God for that, But you know what? Let's go straight into our birthday shout outs.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I just never understood how a man who died for good could not have a David Wood.
And happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños. I believe Aries, yes, to all the Aries, happy birthday, and may you have many, many more. And to that, I also want to say a very, very, very happy birthday to my dad. Feliz cumpleaños, papá, papi, papá, como tú quieras, Rogelio. Feliz cumpleaños. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my girl Tiffany. Tiffany, happy birthday, many blessings, and we're definitely gonna celebrate. Yes. So everyone, I hope everybody had a great weekend. How was your Easter? How was your weekends? Everybody, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment. Let me know. Let's chit chat. I had a great time. We actually ended up at my sister-in-law's in Staten Island. I want to give Mary a big shout out. Thank you. You are amazing, girl. You probably don't get enough credit. But the food was delicious. The whole setup, if anybody knows my sister and Mary, I mean, she is like the Martha Stewart of Staten Island, because everything has to be to perfection. Everything has to be in order. I mean, her house doesn't even look like a house. Her house looks like one of those model homes that you go in and everything's too perfect. You're like, you're afraid to touch anything because it's like so clean and perfect. You think it's actually a model home. But you did an amazing job. And I just want to say thank you for that. And I love you. And what else? Oh, so I want to show this little, I just thought it was so cute, you know. My kids are big, even though they'll always be my little babies. But now our babies are our dogs. They're can't call them dogs. They're our babies. Okay. So you know, the Easter Bunny came for the doggies. So you know, we had to do a little something for them. So Bobby, you want to show that? Let's see what the Easter Bunny brought for the babies.
Guys, the Easter Bunny came for you guys. Yes. The Easter, look. How do you know? Because she knows. The Easter Bunny came. Oh my God. Come here. Look. Come here. Come. Jackie. You need this. Come here. Yay. Yay. Who is this for? Jackson. Jackson? Let me smell it first. Yay. He has tequila bottle. Look at your phone.
Can you see?
What's the hell?
These ones,
I don't know how to hold it.
these ones caliente.
Oh. Good girl.
Look at the line. Look at the line. Oh,
Wait,
you
is
got
there
another one?
tequila?
Oh,
I guess she wants the lime first. Guys, the Easter Bunny came for you guys. Yes. The Easter, look. How do you know? Because she knows. Tiana. The Easter Bunny came. Oh my God.
come here. Come here. Come.
And there you have it. That was our little Easter celebration with the Easter Bunny and our dogs. And as you can see, I have 3 dogs. I have a Wheaten Terrier. Don't get it twisted with a Golden Doodles. They're cute as well, but the Wheaten Terriers have been around for centuries. I have a Husky and I have a Frenchie. So those are my babies. But guys, we have a lot to talk about. And I'm so excited and I cannot wait to introduce to you the one and only, one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. And I'm going to introduce her shortly, but we're going to first take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to sit down and we're going to chit chat with my special guest. So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jessica Biancali, owner of Skin Bar New York, where we specialize in skincare, lasers, and injectables, and so much more. Today, I'm really excited to tell you that we have Linda Lynn, who's already started getting her treatment done. And if you follow me right this way, I'll go ahead and show you what our Bougie Bitch facial is all about. So, today we're going to be doing our Bougie Bitch treatment. It's our most popular anti-aging treatment. This is 2.5 hours, and the reason it's so popular is it's our ultimate anti-aging facial. What I'm going to do on Linda first is we're just going to do a cleanse. I'm going to see how I can customize some of the products I'm going to be using, but really we're going to be working on cleaning the lymphatic system of the skin. We're going to be working on strengthening that muscle in the face and almost bringing those muscles to the gym. And that's just going to help to firm and tone everything. We're also going to be doing a deep cleanse, getting all of those blackheads out. And we're also going to be doing microneedling. So microneedling is a treatment that helps to stimulate that new collagen and elastin, which that's really the secret when it comes to anti-aging.
Well, as you can see, that was just a little snippet of what went on when I had my spa day. But with no further ado, I want to introduce you to my friend Jessica. Jessica,
Hi.
welcome to Could Be You TV.
So happy to see you in your home.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, there's so much to talk about because you know, this beauty industry, it's like, I don't even know what $1 billion, and it's more than it's like, what person, especially girls, women, don't like anything that has to do with beauty.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
beauty right now is like the booming, you know, industry of it all. And for moi, you could just touch my hair, strand my, and I'm like in heaven. I love to be pampered.
No, you do.
No, I fall asleep. I even snore. People,
Yeah.
I snore. I don't care. I when I fall asleep and I'm relaxed, yes.
Yeah,
I
you
do
fell asleep
snore.
during the treatment.
I
You were
did.
just like, you were just like,
I fell asleep.
and that was an aggressive treatment too. But you,
Oh my God, that was amazing
Yeah.
being in your spa. So tell us a little about the spa.
Yeah. So Skin Bar New York was started 6 years ago now. And we started in Huntington, and now we've just recently made it to Garden City. So we're in Nassau and Suffolk County now.
Nice.
But yeah, so pretty much Skin Bar New York, we are a spa that we are all about result-oriented treatments. So if you are looking for those fluffy facials, we're really not the place for you, but we're more of the
And what is that? How would
like
you say a fluffy?
Like if you're just going to get a facial because you just like the way the massage feels, right?
Okay.
All of the treatments that we do are really geared more towards either anti-aging, getting rid of pigmentation, helping to alleviate acne, reduce inflammation, those types of any type of skin condition. So everything that we're doing there is really all about health of the skin and kind of creating beauty from the inside out.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, as you can see, you know, like I said, I mean, personally, you know, I know a lot of people and a lot of, I don't know, you know, some women I know don't like to be touched. You know, they don't like to be, you know, or even massages. Like me, I'm a sucker.
Yes, me too.
Like like I'll go do my nails and make sure. Oh my God, I get so mad when you get to do your nails and while you're drying it, they come in the back. Like if they don't come to me, I'm like, she's not getting a tip. She's not getting a tip. Like, how dare you not come and give me my massage? Like I look forward.
Yes. I know.
So spa, you know, so in Skin Bar. So besides facials, what else do you offer?
So that's why we do. So we're considered a medical spa, which is why everything is more result oriented. So if you're looking for a condition to treat, like aging, wrinkles, whatever, but other than facials, we also do injectables. We do bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, vitamin IVs, laser hair removal. We do photofacials, which is also a laser treatment.
Wow.
Skin resurfacing, microneedling, chemical peels, and
so there's no reason not to look good.
No, there's no reason. Yeah. And then we have an add-on menu. So like, let's say if you want to be there for the Bougie Bitch facial, well, you can add on another thing for like $99 or, you know, $150 instead of the $300 price range, which is what a lot of the treatments will go for. So we offer a lot of options, and it's kind of like a way for people to come in, get all the treatments that they want to do, but without feeling like they need to take out a loan also to get it all done.
Right, right.
You know?
Well, I feel like now more than ever
Mhm.
you see
Since
this
COVID too.
you see this what you know what, because now you're more
In Zoom all
well,
day long.
not only in Zoom, now you're like, you tend to get bored now, like what do I do, you know, you're constantly on the phone now talking to people, FaceTime, on Zoom
FaceTime,
calls,
Zoom.
on Zoom
Yeah.
meetings, and you know, even though from the waist up, you know, you're businesslike, and from the bottom half you're in your pajamas, you know.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But you still have to, you know, so I just feel like that's definitely something that but even before COVID, it just started to grow into more like technology, you know, has evolved.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the
Yeah.
technology of you know, because like you had mentioned before, it's not just a facial anymore.
No, it's not.
You know?
Everything. And the science has developed also so much further. I mean, really, when you think about beauty from the inside out, it's a lot of it's all biology and chemistry. So now that people, I think, are also understanding more of what that means, and a lot of these new modalities that are coming out are really working with the biology and the chemistry of a person, as opposed to just kind of like taking things and trying to see what happens, you know, like it's.
And you know what's so funny you say that? I think that I actually think that it's very important now, you know, because as a spa owner, you know, I think it's like it's a responsibility, I guess, to know what you're
100%.
talking about. It's not just, you know, and I don't want to knock entrepreneurs and business, you know, women, but I see a lot of things like pop-up businesses just come out of nowhere because they feel, you know, they took a course and just to get, I don't know, how to do something, like, but do you really know what it takes? Do you know what's in the ingredient of that?
Right.
Do you know what specifically, you know, would work for my skin? What ingredient, you know, like there's so much more than just saying, you know, because somebody like me, but I don't know if you remember, but we don't even know what it is, but I was starting to get like sort of like a rash, you know,
Right.
and so I tend to get some kind of a reaction, but we don't know what it is.
Right.
I don't know either. Even when I had my other friends do some kind of a facial on me, we're so careful of what to use because I break out. I don't even know why I break. Like it's just like a hive that I start from here.
Yeah.
But we try to omit something. We try to not, you know, and there's always something. But little by little, we keep pinpointing out, okay, well, this was used, let's not use it next time. This one, you know, and so for somebody like me who's kind of, I guess I have the sensitive skin,
Right.
you know, is important that I trust. Right.
Well, I think especially in this industry, and you see on Instagram ads popping up all the time, like this magic potion is going to make you look 20 years younger. And I mean, we have to also be realistic. So that's why it's important to go to somebody who actually understands the biology, the chemistry, or what it is that the treatment is meant to do.
Right.
Just so that way also they can make sure that you're the right candidate for it, you know? So it's like with anything that you're going to.
Can there be a magic potion? I mean, I'm
I
waiting
know,
for that.
I mean, believe me, if I had that magic wand, forget it.
We need that.
We would have,
Genie,
you know, 6 locations by now. No,
you know what it is that what I've come to see, and it's fascinating. It's great because you have such a variety, you know, and different techniques and different ways to you know, to treat, you know, that it's just fun. You just don't know what works for you because you, like me, I want it all.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need it. I just want it all.
Yeah,
you know? And like I said, I think it's so important with technology and all that that people who are treating, you know, that you.
Well, a lot of these treatments are creating trauma, you know, so the way that a lot of these treatments work is you create trauma to the skin that you're treating because you're trying to put your body into a healing response. And when you do that, that increases collagen and elastin, which is, you know, as we know, it's good for anti-aging.
But you see that right there, that's what I'm saying. Perfect example right there. See, I would have never known that.
Yeah, that's,
you know, I don't know what that term is. You know, we say you got to put your skin through trauma.
Yeah.
You got to hurt it before it heals. Like I never, like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You know, you know, it's not just like, oh, yes, facial. You know, you're actually explaining what is the process and what it does and
why
you know,
you're doing it. Like, why are you even getting this done?
So then it makes sense. And it's like, oh, so that's how, and you know, it makes you think, like, wow, once again, back to the science, the medicine, the
Right.
technology.
And there's
It's
so
like,
much out there that people hear about. Like, every other month you feel like it's a new machine, it's a new this, it's a new that. So
absolutely.
it's a
How do
matter
you
of
keep up then?
understand
How do you keep up?
because you have to understand the science, and once you understand the science, you can kind of weed out a lot of the crap that doesn't work. To be 100% honest, because a
Right.
lot of it really is that it's
Right.
just a new. So as long as you understand the science and you understand really the technology behind it, then you can kind of weed out what works and what doesn't.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I don't know. I'm one that, like I said, I hope that more people are like you, Jessica, who,
Yeah.
who are not just in it just for the business of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, no, you have to have a passion.
You
It's
have
a,
to have a passion. You
so I
want
had
to, you're in the beauty industry. You want to make other
right,
people, you don't want them to one day come back like, either that didn't work or,
right,
that what that ingredient, look it up and that ingredient you said it did nothing, or maybe they had such a horrible reaction because they had, like it's
right.
also important to, you want to look good. You got to look good yourself so they can say, oh, I want to
Well,
look
like
like
I
you.
kind of got into it because I suffered from rosacea.
Okay.
So and my mom has rosacea, so I would get those red bumps all over my face. It was like a little rosacea acne.
Okay.
And then once I became an esthetician, and I just thought I had to live with it until I started doing more and more studying and taking more courses, and then I found out that I was actually able to treat it.
Okay.
So I mean, I haven't had rosacea now in 6 years.
Wow. Look at
Yeah,
that.
so I kind of got into
So
it
you're like the
because
poster child.
yes, I am like the poster child.
You're like the
But I
poster.
always and then the fact that I felt so good from it, and now when I have my clients who are suffering from really bad acne,
Right.
and I mean they're writing me cards and bringing me presents because of how much I've just been able to change their
Of
skin and
course.
increase their confidence, and to have my clients tell me that now they feel like they can go to the gym and not wear makeup to go to the
Right.
gym because they're not as self-conscious. That's huge. I mean, that's just gratifying in itself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's amazing that you, when they say I'm not, I'm not only what is that hair for men's club? I'm not just a client. I'm also
a magician, or
is
is
it somebody? It's just
okay.
like the slogan that says that that you're also your own.
Oh, I'm my own client.
I'm
Yeah.
not just a member. I'm also a client, or whatever
Uh-huh.
the slogan goes. But that you can attest to it. You
Right.
can say, listen, and
Yeah.
look how I was, and
Right.
because of this, some people are, I'll put an example, like, it's like a lot of people are so skeptical to do, let's just say, my daughter does the brows,
Mhm.
so before,
She's great.
yeah,
Brows. Yeah, I was looking at her work, and she's really good.
I call her,
Yeah.
she's the brow queen of Long Island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she is, for being such a new entrepreneur, she's
Yeah.
getting so much attention. But also getting back to, so when she, started out doing the brows, so they only offered limited things, like, they did the micro blading. Remember that
Mhm.
first came out,
Right.
and people were skeptical, like, oh, like, it's a cut. Like, I
It's
never would want to
tattoo,
do that.
yeah.
Like, that's a tattooing of like, but the way they did it, I didn't even know, like, you even have to have a special license for
You have to
that.
have a tattoo license.
Yeah, it's because now you're slicing skin,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
That's
breaking
scary.
open
Like,
skin.
yeah. So then they had, like, so what she took was like the micro shading, I think it's
Okay. Right.
so now
powder
people
brow and
powder brow, which is not as permanent or in depth, but it was
Right.
still kind of like semi-permanent. And still people were skeptical about that, so it wasn't like the demand wasn't so, because people were skeptical to do something that they weren't sure of. And then with time, now they came out with more like the the tint and lamination, and which is something more subtle, less, so they can
it's not
see what,
permanent,
and
right.
it's not permanent, and that's what's getting more, people, they want to try it, but they're afraid, when you hear permanent, like, like how, back in the day, I remember my mom doing her permanent makeup, like like
The eyeliner?
The eyeliner.
that makes me so nervous.
the
Yeah.
eyeliner.
Yeah, that makes me
And-
so nervous.
And then because they started out with the with permanent eyebrows, so now it looks like just a blue line because the black has faded.
Right.
Into,
I get a lot of clients like that too, and they have the white line also on top of it.
Right,
Yeah, I've seen
so and that's why, going back to how things evolve, aesthetics evolves, and it has become such a booming, but you did mention it, and so that's how you started wanting to build the spa and get into
Right.
it. Like, how did your story begin? Because of your rosacea? Is that what it
Well,
was?
I got
My story started out
with my
story.
rosacea. Well, I
Yes.
got into beauty, I think, because I always had an interest in fitness and wellness and in skin. And I always said I had 30 careers before the age of 30, and I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
And then after I had my first daughter, that's when I decided that I wanted to open the business. My marriage was on the rocks at the time. So I did also want to create my own kind of revenue, my own source of
Absolutely,
income,
right.
just in case, things didn't work out. And I mean, thank God that they did, because things didn't work out. But at least I was able to build the business out of that
Right.
while I was, taking care of my kids also.
Amazing. Isn't that amazing? So, I mean, you built this out of something, something good came out of something bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So would you
100%.
figure that, like, if I don't want to say if it didn't go bad, would you still be interested? You think it would have
I've always
like,
wanted to own my own business. But it just never seemed to be the right time. And then when push came to shove and I just knew I had to do something for myself, I would say if you're thinking about starting your own business, it's like just jump off the building and you build the plane on the way down and just do it. It's like sometimes you overthink it. And I think I did that for so long that I
Okay.
never opened up my own business. Then I had, my first daughter, then I was pregnant with my second. And then I was just like, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And,
is that your advice? Is that your
definitely.
advice? Is that your model?
That's my advice. Yeah. I always say, jump off the building, you figure it out on the way down.
How important you think that is, what you're saying right now, for women who are in your position, and women who are going through something like,
because unfortunately with a lot of bad relationships, especially controlling ones, finances are the best and easiest way to control somebody.
Absolutely.
If they're paying for your car, if they're paying for your phone, it's just depending on that person and how emotionally mature they are.
Right.
Right. But
No,
at least
I agree.
I think it's very important for everybody, for men and women, to have their own bank accounts, to have their own money. And then, that way you guys can just focus more on being there, a support figure for each other, as opposed to being dependent on each other,
Right.
kind of eliminating that codependency that can come with a lot of unhealthy relationships.
That, I think that's amazing. You have them, and you have the sweetest, most adorable, cutest little girls.
Thank
How
you.
important now that is also,
Yeah.
you have to not only you are this businesswoman, but you have to be the strong, independent woman to show your
Right.
daughters.
So I tell everybody, and I had a friend of mine who had a baby, and she's like, no, I'm just trying to figure out this balance. And I was like, girl, there's no such thing as balance. It's called a juggling act, and you have to accept your life as a circus. Like, that's it. Because then you try to looking for this balance, and it's like you start making yourself feel terrible because you're like, I don't have this balance. Nobody does.
Nobody
Stop
does.
pretending.
And you know what's so funny? I say the same thing, with the music. For those of you that know, I'm a music artist.
Right.
And I've been at this for a long time, just like as many, there's a dime a dozen artists trying to break it, I've come to the conclusion that I don't care who you are. Nobody has the formula on how to make it.
No.
There is no formula anymore. I don't, some people might be a little bit more knowledgeable, and you just always have to be careful, like as with anything, what you get yourself into. But I've come to the conclusion that I was like, there's no formula.
No.
Okay. At first it started out, well, you need to have a team, then, you need management, and you need PR, and you need this and you need that. Then it went, you had social media. Now you had to have a strong social media presence. Then it was like, well, if you don't have this big budget, for your music, then you can't this. And then it's like, it's also who you know. And do you know that none of that works? Because I know people who know people. And they're in the web. I know people who have tremendous budgets, almost mortgage their homes to put it all in their projects. That doesn't guarantee you anything, you have, especially this young generation, they just put out, one song with a poppin' sound and hook, and it goes viral with no money, like, because there's no formula.
No,
there's really not. It's like you gotta go and.
You know what I think it is because all of us have, right? We're all on this journey, right? We're all on a different journey, and I think it's a matter that we get so wrapped up in what the world tells us to be and what the world tells us to do that we lose that connection with who we are and our own intuition. And if you just learn to listen again to your intuition and connect with that part of yourself, that's really the voice that shows you the formula that works for you.
That works for you.
It's not going to work for everybody else. But as long as you learn to connect to that, and and I think also like a Skin Bar, what what I mean, I have a really great team in place now, and what we're very big on, it's about, okay, you're about shifting energy, right? So when you're at a lower energy, you're not going to bring in the best things into your life. But if I like to consider us to be a place that we can take you from that lower energy and kind of increase your vibration. So that way, when you leave, your day, maybe you're not going to get as aggravated as you would have prior to you coming in. You kind of increase. And then when you're at a higher vibration, then you're also able to bring in more of what you do like into your life. But it's a matter of learning how to stay at that vibration, which nobody does on the 100% of the time.
Right.
But it's like when you can do that, that also helps you connect to listening to yourself again and getting you onto that formula that works for you.
Yeah. But I think even alone, just going for that self-care day, right?
Yes.
Just for that self-care. Even when you're feeling some type of way and you're feeling low, or you're feeling depressed, or you're not feeling confident, or you're feeling insecure, or, just going in and going into the spa and getting yourself pepped up and getting yourself a nice facial, and I'm sure when you come out of it, you that inner, emotionally wise, you feel different, spiritually, you're
even just being
awakens
touched,
you up.
right?
Yeah,
Just
it
being
awakens
touched.
you.
Yeah, it awakens you. And I feel like even when I do stuff like that for myself, I'm a nicer mom.
And you were nicer mom.
I have my patience, I have a little bit more patience now because I took the time to fill my cup.
Right. What's so funny is that you say that, and I remember one time, when you are like growing up, or when you have your, children, or, it's always just children's first. You would, not feed yourself to go make sure that they have food on the table.
Right.
And, that was the way then and I remember my mom, she was like eating, and the kids like were eating last or something. I think I'm with my aunt. I don't remember who it was. Made a comment like, "Oh, so you feed yourself first and not that." It's like, you're damn right, because I don't take care of myself first. If I don't get healthy, how am I supposed to take care of them?
Right.
And that resonated with me, because I'm like, you would always think that it was selfish, you eating first, or you taking care of yourself first, and then them, because everything's your kids first, or their priority is you. But that makes sense. So if you don't take care of yourself first, you're not healthy. How are you supposed to take care of them?
Exactly. So many people say that they would die for their kids, but they're doing nothing to take care of themselves for their kids.
Right.
So it's like, do you want to live for your kids? Do you want to be happy for your kids? Do you want to be content? So you have to take the time to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever that means for you. And like, it could be a massage, it can be a facial, whatever that means for you. It could be a bubble bath.
You would never. You would have to literally kick me out. The lights are shutting down. So Linda, like, I gotta go home now. Like, I'm like, no, one more facial. No, one more body contour. No, one more body. No, one more this. No, do what else do you like? I'm one that I am such a sucker for it. But your spa now is doing so amazing that you actually had to open up a second location.
Yeah. So you know what?
That is amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. So the year before, I had wrote it down, and I put a whole plan. I had COVID the year before last, right? So it was
as we all did at one point.
It was when everybody had COVID, right before Christmas, and that's why I wrote it down. I put a whole plan together, and I was like, okay, I think I want this to happen in Garden City. We had clients that were already driving from Brooklyn, Queens, New Jersey, Westchester. So so Garden City. So around September, I was like, I don't think it's going to happen. And then a friend of mine told me about this space. One thing led to another, and it's a much smaller space. It's one room, but we're right on Franklin Avenue in Garden City, and but we can do, majority of the treatments except for the lasers, but we're doing the injectables, the vitamin IVs, all of the skincare treatments we're doing out of there. So it's easier for my city clients now to come. Right. And
absolutely.
It's a way to tap into the Nassau market also.
That is amazing. You know what? And I'm so happy for you. And like, congratulations on that,
Thank you.
Definitely. And we have so much left to talk about, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to continue talking with Jessica from Skin Bark, New York. So. And welcome back. We're having such an amazing time here talking. I'm here with Jessica. Oh my God, Jessica, I'm so excited because not only are you here as my guest, but you're also my friend.
Yes.
And I love everything about you. I love your energy.
Thank you.
I
I
love
feel the same
how-
about you.
No, I love it. And we have to give a shout out to our friend, Liz.
Yes.
You know,
Thank you, Liz. She's watching my kids tonight.
Yeah,
So I could
exactly.
be
No,
here.
thank you for being here as well. Liz was also a guest, and also talking with her. It's like it's you need more. We need more than what I get here. You know, like 1 hour is not enough. You know, to talk and catch up. But you know, so here on the show, I have a little something says I call it like what's trending, what's now. Let's talk about it, right?
Okay.
So I want to touch on some stuff here because, Bobby, who are we going first? Let's go with Cardi. Are we going? Okay. So, do you know what's going on here now with the Dalai Lama? Is it?
Oh, yeah, I saw
Like,
that.
I don't understand it. What was he, a meet and greet? And he stuck his tongue out and he asked a kid to suck it. What?
Kisses. Yeah.
Like, I really didn't understand that. And you know what? Honestly, I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to know what happened. But what's trending now is this Cardi B. So she went on Instagram Live and she started like talking about it and backlashing, saying to parents to watch your kids. There's a lot of predators out there. And she started people started attacking her, you know, and saying, and she's just there defending for, you know, and I'm like, you guys will go and you'll defend people that have nothing to do with it, but she's actually standing up for, like, you see what's going on with your, she didn't make this up.
Yeah.
And she, you know, so, cause she says she's like, I gotta get off the internet. This is insane. I'm getting dragged up and down because I'm telling parents to be careful. People that prey on children. It's craziness. Like, so I'm with you, Cardi.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like, you just don't listen. And that's the thing. And that's what we see and what we hear. How about the things that are not heard of? Things that haven't come out yet. You know how many children are suffering?
Is just getting, like, I just can't even wrap my head around how this is even
Like,
a thing.
so you know what? She has every right. You know, she's a mother herself, you know, and she's letting people, listen, I don't even care. I don't want to sound like, literally, you can't trust nobody. Like, you have to be so super careful, you know, of who you think, even, you know, school, even when, you know, and I've seen this happen many a times and I've never done it, but I've seen, like, you know, the kids want to have a play date with so-and-so, and the mom comes, takes a kid and drops them off at the house, and they have a, I'm so sorry, but how do you know where you're dropping off your kid at? It's the schoolmate's house, but who lives in the house?
Right.
Who's the mom? Who's the dad? I want to get out. You know, I used to do this to my kids, and if they're watching right now, like, they used to get mad sometimes that I actually wanted to go and meet.
Yeah.
Why do I have to meet? What do you mean why? Because I want to know where my kid is staying.
Exactly. No.
I'm not staying to have a conversation. I'm not interviewing them. But you know what? I want to know what you look like. I want to know, are you sober?
But I also want to know what the house looks like, right?
Yeah,
you know,
how many people, you know, like, so that's those, you know, you can start by there, you know.
Yeah.
So Cardi, you know, I do feel, you know, I feel you, girl, you know. So who we have next here? Okay, Doja Cat.
Okay.
You know, she's had her share of going through things, you know, but we're gonna touch on this because I touched on this myself. So she's talking about the blue check now that Instagram has. People now can actually pay for it. Okay, so I had this conversation on my last show. And their justification is we are doing this to make sure that the pages are legit, that they don't get hacked, or that it's nobody's impersonating or that. And I get that. Okay. And that, but why not make that blue check a different color then?
Yeah,
because
true.
You know why? And I see some people's point of view, whether, let's say, you are somebody who struggled, or who really fought, or really worked hard to get to that certain level of what you, to be recognized, to be recognized, to be verified. I think, you know what, that's a beautiful thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think they deserve it. Why not? You know, you work hard for something and you were recognized for it and you got that blue check. I don't see it as, you know, some people take it to that level. Well, who's better? Or you just because you got a blue check, you're not better than me. Or I don't think it's about that. I mean, I don't have a blue check. I mean, I would love to I would have loved to.
Now
I don't
loses
even
its
want it.
value. Yeah,
Wait,
I feel the same way.
Even if you give me my blue check, I'm gonna fight for you to take it back.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
Only because now it makes it seem like I bought it.
Right.
But you know what? If it was a different color, just to show that your page is verified as far as authenticity, that is your page and nobody else can hack it. Nobody, you don't have. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So Doja Cat says, having a blue check now means there's a higher chance that you're a complete loser, that you're desperate for validation from famous people. So I think they took away her blue check.
Did they really?
Yeah. She says, take it back. No, I think she actually wanted. She's like, I don't, because now it's like, so people just now are just getting the blue check
when I
to look.
See it too.
But right, exactly. Now, listen, I'm not gonna knock the people who have it, because now their explanation would be, well, I'm verifying my page so it doesn't get hacked, to show. Maybe it makes them feel better to see that blue check. I'm not gonna judge, but I'm not gonna do it now, people. If I didn't get my blue check before when I don't want it now. I'm good.
It loses its value.
Its value. Like I don't want it now, because before they had to do like a whole survey investigation type of to see if I don't want to sound mean, like if you're worthy of having it. Not that you're better than anybody, just your work ethic. I want to say, what I'm saying? It's like when you get reviews on your business. You know what I'm saying?
Even just. Yeah.
If you're gonna get a 5-star, you get a 5-star in your business, also, like you earned that.
If you're a celebrity, right, and you have a certain amount of recognition, then yeah.
Because I don't even think that a blue check even has to do with followers anymore. Because I know that I've seen some blue checks, and this is coming way back, not even now, that I'm like, that person has less followers than when I did before they suspend. That I'm still waiting for my page to come back. Hello, who is it? Zuckerman? Is he? Somebody, can I get my page back? Like it's about time. Like I think I've been patient enough. Like, can I get my page back?
We lost our page also.
Did you really?
Yeah, over a year ago.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't have to wait that long, because I organically built my followers.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's like
it's not easy.
Somebody takes it. It's like somebody went through your wallet.
You know what?
Or your bag
in my case, I violated community guidelines for impersonating. Can you, and what pisses me off is that they don't even give you a detailed explanation of what is it that you post. What is it that I posted that you think I was impersonating?
Yeah.
Like you just said, and then you said, if you want to appeal, when they said press here. Okay, so I appealed. I never got anything. I've sent emails from my other pages saying and nothing. So I'm like, so you want to be all this strict, now you got to watch what you say, how you say it, but what did I do?
Yeah, I was going to say, you never post anything
what did I
controversial.
Write?
No, you never do.
I always say my pages, I always keep it clean.
Yeah.
When it comes to my music page, it's all of, content. It's all about posting content of, of my stuff,
Yeah.
And so I don't know who I'm impersonating by myself, but, I think you want to get so, detailed and so into what you're doing with these checks and all that. Why don't you check yourself what you're doing to people who actually depend on this for the livelihood? How do you know that I'm not, I got to feed myself and I'm homeless or something, and this is how I fed myself? You don't know that.
Right.
Anyway, going on to the next. And I just happened to see this. It says, wow, Millie Brown, 19, seemingly announces engagement to boyfriend Jake Bon Jovi. I asked my daughter, who's this person? And I said, I don't care. Bye. Next. Why? I don't know this person. Who cares if they did, like, so I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's go to the next. That's how much I care about that. Okay. And perfect. This is a perfect subject for this. Did you see the one with Karol G?
No, I'm the worst with this.
Okay.
I'm the worst.
Let me take a sip of this. And where is yours, ma'am?
Oh yeah, where is mine?
Where's the bartender here? Where's that? You know why? I'm gonna have to talk to management here. But anyway, so Karol G did a photo shoot with a GQ magazine. She was on the cover of the GQ magazine.
Oh wow, okay.
When I first saw that picture, I go, oh, like she doesn't look good. Like I was like, oh, she looks
Doesn't look
kind of
like her.
right. I said she looks kind of draggy. I don't know. Like, is that her? You know, I was like, is that somebody impersonating her? You know.
Right.
But then she went on to talk about how this is her quote. I'm quoting her. She goes, I don't even know where to start with this message. Today, my GQ magazine cover was made public. A cover with an image that does not represent me. My face does not look like this.
No.
My body does not look like that. And I feel very happy and comfortable with how I look naturally. Okay.
Yeah, it looks nothing like her.
So, right. So she's going on to say she did this photo shoot. She was happy. They started altering her.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm yeah, I like to alter, use filters, you know, to your pictures to make, but you do it to enhance.
Yeah.
That's the way this is what I'm trying, for a lot of, you know, no disrespect to the women who like to use filters because I use them myself, but
Yeah,
there's
I
a
like them.
difference when you use filters to enhance a picture of yourself, and it's a difference when you try to look different.
Yeah,
and
and
you
going
try
in
to
there
look-
and tweaking everything.
And you try, and now it doesn't look like you. It doesn't look like you.
right.
There's a difference.
But they
You know?
do that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what they did to her, that's why I looked at it, I was like, what happened to her? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't like, so she's upset. Like, how dare you? Like, I'm happy
With the
naturally
way I am.
the way I look. And here you are, you know, altering me, not even altering me to enhance me and make me look better. You make me look different.
Yeah.
And that's where I think where you draw the line.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to look the same in my pictures and when you see me in person. The only thing is you're not going to see the 1 or 2 wrinkles I got here, you know, you have no business to see that, okay? I don't need people to know what I look like when I wake up. That's my privacy, okay? You're going to look at me, you know, with a nice,
That's a
cute
good
little
point.
filter on,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good point.
Because when you see me in person, I'm not that different, okay? So, but anyway, and I also have to say thank you to everyone who's been sending me messages and telling me how beautiful my hair looks, and oh my god, they can't believe it.
Yeah,
And
love
that's
your
my
hair.
look and love my hair. But I do want to make this clear because I don't want to confuse people. This is a hairpiece. This I'm wigging out. Okay, I'm wigged out. Yeah. This is a wig, people. As you know, as a performer, as an artist, an entertainer, I'm always on the go, you know, and I'm always different performances. And I'm so used to the pick up and go and different styles. Like, ain't nobody got time to sit down and start with my hair. Like, first of all, I don't even have, you know, that much hair to begin with,
Curling irons
to
and
curling
everything,
irons
yeah.
and setting, and within 1 hour it's already down. Like,
Right.
I don't have time for that. Okay, so
I
it's
know,
either
I loved it. I was like,
is
"Man,
it,
look at
yeah.
that cut."
So I listen, as everybody knows, and you would know, Jessica, my natural hair as of right now, it's all silver,
yeah.
and I am a proud silver fox chick. Yes, I am.
love that.
Because
love that.
I let my hair grow out for it's gonna be 3 years now.
Oh wow.
Okay, or maybe even a little more, you know. And of course I go through that you go through that transition, you know, you go through that awkward stage.
Right.
But
hair is like
yeah,
half
but you know what? I'm happy. I love my hair. But sometimes I like to switch it up, you know,
Yeah.
especially now. And this is what I did. So, but thank you. But you know, tomorrow you may see me with something else. It doesn't matter. But
I love the look. I love
yeah.
it.
So well, that was that. You know, that was trending. But Jessica, to continue with you now, just to go off on a little tangent here. So besides you being this amazing music beauty expert, entrepreneur, business owner, to one of the most amazing spas, and I hope that everybody goes and looks her up.
Definitely come.
But you're also an author.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
am.
please,
Yes.
please tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was like a little love project that I did. So I wanted to find a book that I'm big on building confidence. And, you know, that's what our spa, well, that's what my spa is really about, right? It's about building confidence, making women feel better from the time they enter to the time they leave. And a lot of the insecurities that we have, they really start in childhood, you know? So I wanted to create or find a book for my kids that was all about building confidence in little girls. So that's why I actually built so we wrote this one. It's Mommy, Am I Pretty?
Oh,
But
my
it's
God.
really, it
Bobby,
goes,
can we get a close up of
I
that?
can get this. Oh, no.
Or maybe let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get over
Probably
here?
on this one.
Mommy, am I pretty? That is so amazing.
Yeah, I got it, published it right on Amazon.
Okay.
But pretty much it's about all the little things that make a little girl pretty. So it starts off with her being bullied, saying that her people at school told her that she's ugly. The whole book does rhyme. And then the mom goes through this whole thing about what really makes her beautiful. So when laughter flies out of you like a bazooka full of bubbles, that's when you're the prettiest, to see you smile without any troubles. And like it's cute, you know, when you share your toys with your sister, so considerate and kind, that's when you're the prettiest and you really start to shine.
That is so beautiful.
It's just sweet.
As a matter of fact, I think we even have a little video clip of you having one of these readings with it. Bobby, can we show that clip?
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was so
fun.
beautiful.
It was fun. It was, you know, it was a lot of project.
But let me ask you this: how do you transform that whole, like, you're going from like the beauty, you know, lasering and massage, you know, facials, to sitting down and reading, not only to, you know, the innocent, most beautiful creatures, but from your very own book, like that's a change. That's a switch.
It's a total switch. It's my biggest thing is it's really so I guess building self-worth and self-confidence in people is really a passion of mine, and it's also really what that's kind of my purpose behind everything that I do. So the book just felt like a way for me to be able to take that same passion that I have about building self-worth and confidence in other people and applying it to children. So for those of you who don't know my story, like I said, I was going through, you know, I had a really troubled marriage, and it had become abusive. Okay. So in order, when most people do find themselves in positions like that, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, whatever the abuse is, when you're tolerating that type of behavior for so long, it does come down to an issue of self-worth. Absolutely. And it took me years to recognize, as confident as you thought I was, I really was I had no self-worth whatsoever. So that's something for me that I want to instill in my kids now. Absolutely. And that's really where the idea for the book came from.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. So how did your daughters embrace this?
Oh my God, she's so cute. Now they're starting to understand more. Now they're 5 and 6. And my older one was like, Mommy, my friends at school didn't know that you were an author. Oh. she's like, I want to bring your book and I want to give it to all my friends in school. So it's cute. Yeah.
So that's going to be your little sidekick. She's going to be your PR person. Okay.
You have to see her.
Your marketing director.
We were accepting donations for the Safe Center when we did the grand opening in Garden City, which is Safe Center is an amazing organization if anybody does have somebody who's in that type of situation. So, and my daughter was the one, she went, any person who walked in, she didn't care. She's like, do you want 1 raffle ticket or 3? Like, there's no. She was like, you can take 1 or you can take 3. So what's it going to be?
I'm hiring her.
Everybody.
She's hired.
She collected herself almost $400 in raffle tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I was very proud of her that night.
God.
Yeah.
Well, we love you, girls. Well, listen, I have to say that you are doing such an amazing job.
Thank
Not
you.
only as a role model, you know, to show, you know, your daughters what you're capable of doing, and you put your mind to it, you know, you can do anything you want, but you know, as a single mom, you know, from 2 young girls, you know, I know how tough, you know, I was raised by a single mom myself, you know, so, you know, and I always say, because it wasn't easy growing up in East New York, in Brooklyn, you know, it was one of the worst probably neighborhoods at the time, you know, and here's my mom trying to shelter me as much as she could, you know, and I always say I'm one of the good ones. I came on good, you know what I'm saying? I have a story, but it's not a bad story. You know, a lot of people think that because, you know, when I tell my story, yes, I was brought up by a single mom, you know, and yes, I, you know, I had a crack house next to me. I had a prostitution building next to me, I had an abandoned school. You know, like I grew up in that environment.
Yeah.
But I didn't fall into any other bad elements. You know, my
your
mother
mom was
instilled in
there.
me. She
Mhm.
always still, you know, that proud Latina. You're
Mhm.
gonna walk with your head up high, and you're always gonna, you know, she always instilled the best. And I'm glad that I follow them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think I turned out
And
pretty
she's
good.
a
You know?
strong woman, right? You have to be the
Yeah,
mother
shout
and
out
the
to
father.
Mamisita. Mwah, te quiero mucho. Oh my God, Jessica, what are we doing? Because we're almost running out of time, right? Bobby, how much time do we have left?
This time is right in front of you.
We probably even went. Did we go over our time? Yeah, time. I didn't even see it. Oh my God! Look, our time is up.
The time is up. All right.
But Jessica, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
my
me.
God,
I'm so happy this worked out.
We have so much more. Like this is not enough.
No, this is
This
just
is not enough
just
time.
the surface.
This is just a
This is just the
surface,
surface,
and
yeah.
I'm welcoming you back anytime. You don't need
I'd
no
love
special
to.
invitation. You're part of the fam.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
welcome and thank you and congratulations. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you in case they want to, you know,
So you can follow
contact
us
you.
on Skin Bar NY, or you can also go to skinbarnewyork.com.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it there. People, gracias. Thank you so much. You know, I have to put that Spanglish in there, you know.
Yeah.
That way, because, you know, I'm fluent in Spanglish.
Yo también.
Tú también.
Yo hablo como una
But thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who joined in, everybody who stood with us. I hope you had a good night. I hope you learned a lot. I hope that you visit Jessica's Spa. And I hope that you come back next week and join me again for my next guest. So I hope everybody has a great night. Los quiero mucho. Los amos. Like I said, share the video so I can bring this to you every week. Los quiero, los adoro. And have a great night. And I leave you off with this inspirational video. Bye. Bye, people. To all the people having birthdays. Let's be grateful, right? Let's be grateful that we have another birthday to celebrate, enjoy life. I don't know about you, but I love life. And I love my life. And everyone has their ups and downs. You know, life is not perfect. It's what you make of it. And I want to live. I want to live every day. I want to see beautiful things. I thank God every time I wake up each morning. You know, my mom always instilled in me, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is just thank God for giving you that that gift to open up your eyes and to see the world and to see, you know, I'm going to fight for my life. I'm not ever going to put my life in danger because I love life.